Shiva Shiva Shambho Shankara Hara 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 Maha.
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. बोलिए श्री गणेश भगवान की, सरस्वती माता की, गुरु महेश्वर की, ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश्वर की, सत्य सनातन धर्म की, अलखपुरी सिद्धपीठ परंपरा की, विश्व गुरु महेश्वरानंद स्वामी जी की, सकल श्रुति स्मृति पुराण की, सकल साधु संत ज्ञानी महापुरुष की, सकल महामंडलेश्वर की। ओम हर हर महादेव, हर हर महादेव, हर हर महादेव। ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समाप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। ओम श्री सरस्वती नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभ करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। ओम सर्वमंगलमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमस्तुते। हरिः ओम। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ओम असतो मा सद्गमय, तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय, मृत्युर्मा अमृतं गमय। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ओम। ओम यवां पुष्पं वेदा पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् पशुमान् भवति य एवं वेद योपमायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति आयतनवान् भवति। चन्द्रमा वा आपां पुष्पं पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् पशुमान् भवति य एवं वेद योपमायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति आयतनवान् भवति आयतनवान् भवति। Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So I'd like to welcome all of you in this auspicious Shivapuran today, the second day. And in the second day we are going to finish the first Samhita, the Vindeshwari Samhita, and going to start the Rudra Samhita, which is very much important and auspicious as well. And thank you very much all of you participating, attentively listening, and that utilizing this time, and which is very much useful. More you listen, more you will feel energy and the importance of this Shivapuran, the knowledge, the ancient wisdom. How can we utilize in this modern time, and how can we interpret in this modern time, and how can we gain material pleasure as well as the liberation and salvation through this scripture and Puran and all the God and Guru's grace. How can we utilize and maximize this human body? So this is the main motto of Shivapuran, and today we're going to start with some Shiva bhajans. And without taking name of the Shiva, we cannot go ahead. Shiva, Supreme God, Parmeshwara. So without His grace, we are not here. We cannot be celebrating any words each others. So Shiva is the ultimate truth and the main motto of the Bhagavad Gita, and all the scriptures, Purans also, knowing ourselves. So when the process of knowing ourselves, definitely we need to learn these ancient wisdoms. We might not have time in our daily life to read all the scripture, but this time we have some time to listen the summary. That's why I hope everyone will enjoy this time. Now let's start with the rhythm of the Shiva.
Shiva Shiva Shambho Shankara Hara 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 Mahadevara Shiva Shiva Shambho Shankara Hara 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 Mahadevara
Har Har Mahadev, Har Har Mahadev, Har Har Mahadev. Jai Boliye Shiv Bhole Baba ki Jai. Hara. Hara means the remove. Remove and remove. What he can remove? Obstacles, misery and pain, and the material pain and the worldly pain. All hara. Hara, please remove, remove. Who can hara? Only the Shiva. Shiva, the Supreme Master, Supreme Yogi, the first Yogi of this universe. He only can remove. How can he remove? Once you surrender, once you put your head to his lotus feet, the Shiva, he can defeat all the difficulties. That's why Hara, Hara Hara Mahadev, please remove all the difficulties. Mata Parvati asked to Shiva, "Oh Shiva, oh Swamiji, you are wearing Rudraksha all the time, and people are adoring the Rudraksha, who is Shiva devotee. What's the reason? May I please know about this? What's the reason?" And Shiva started to explain Parvati. "Oh the Parvati, I cannot stop saying the value of the Rudraksha. How important is this in Kali Yuga, and in all the Yuga, the Rudraksha is the beautiful asset for my devotee." And he started to explain. Once I was meditating, and for a long journey, in my meditative journey, that I feel some emotional, and I came in emotional states, and I thought that what is happening? I lost, because I have got full of love of this world, and I want to remove all the obstacles. I want to help and protect to the universe, and I felt emotionally, and that emotions that suddenly opened my eyes, and that made me open my eyes. And when I open, then my tear drops down. I was meditating at the top of the mountain, but the tear dropped down. And that is my emotion, that is my tear. And that represents to the symbol of love, kindness towards this universe. That's why all the Shiva devotee love it. And also sometimes then I am dwelling with this Rudraksha. I am with the Rudraksha. Those who worship Rudraksha, who wear Rudraksha, I will be with them. That's why I always prefer to wear and myself wearing Rudraksha, Shiva told to the Parvati. And Parvati again asked, "Well, Mahadev Shiva, that there is variety of the Rudraksha, not only 1, 2 dimension. How come there is many Rudraksha? Why not only one? If you go to the mango tree, the mango might be the only one. Or guava or banana, there's one shape only. How come Rudraksha have got variety of the shapes?" And Shiva told, "Well, there is a various of the value differences according to the value of human life and level of the devotion. The Rudraksha also differentiates. The first is one mukhi Rudraksha, ek mukhi Rudraksha, है ना? एक मुखी रुद्राक्ष बहुत शिव का साक्षात रूप कराने वाला है. And similarly, he explained various Rudraksha. And when he come in the second and third and fourth, he explained about the Brahma. And 4-mukhi Rudraksha is like a Brahma with the 4 dimensions in it. And similarly, 5 is the Mahakal. That if somebody is wearing 5-mukhi Rudraksha, they can remove all the ghost, spirit or difficulties as well. If somebody is wearing the 5 faces Rudraksha, that is mostly available. That 5 faces is, if you go in tree, you can pick up in Rudraksha tree, you can see there is a 5 dimensions Rudraksha, many. But in only 1 or 2 Mukhi Rudraksha is rare and hard to find. And 5 Mukhi Rudraksha, is everywhere and it's a Mahakal, it's a helping. And similarly, he explained 6, 7, and 6 for the creation, 7 from the prosperity, 10 again the unity, and he explained till the 14 Mukhi Rudraksha. And the Rudraksha, he told to Parvati himself that Rudraksha first came in India and various places, in Prayag, Haridwar, and it is spreaded in various places. So Rudraksha is wonderful things. And Shiva explained about all the Rudraksha's values, and Parvati happy that she wants to know everything. Husband is wearing Rudraksha Mala and wife doesn't know what is it. So that's why she deserves to know those things. And that means like whatever you are wearing, whatever you are doing, husband and wife, they deserve to know each others. And this is transparent and there is no any secrecy. And Shiva always tells every secrets. And later on we will tell the Mundamala story as well. It was so interesting. Mundamala Shiva is wearing, that will come later on. And the Shiva, while he is explaining the Rudraksha Mahima, Rudraksha Parvati knows all those things, Rudraksha. But we study Rudraksha in Shivapuran and Rudraksha Mahima, Rudraksha Mahatmya in various books. But what is in modern time? How can we believe, how can we wear that? Those who is non-Hindu, non-Sanatani, or they are apart from this knowledge, how can they can benefit if somebody they wear? Will it be helpful for them? If they are not Shiva devotee, still will it helpful? Yes, of course. That it has been tested and it has got medicinal value. And if you have something sickness, you can put Rudraksha into the water in the night time in a copper glass. In the morning time, you drink. The Rudraksha release their nectar, and you can heal so many sicknesses. So that's why, according to the Ayurveda also, there is very good Rudraksha. According to the Shivapuran, Shiva mentioned those whoever wear the Rudraksha, doesn't matter whoever Shiva devotee or not, they will equally benefit it. And in medicinally, you can go scientific way, practical way, then you can see obviously there is the benefit. That's why in Australia I have seen many, they don't know the Hinduism, but still they are wearing the Rudraksha. So that means like they know the value. So obviously, if there is antibiotic in pharmacy, in medical center, it has not written this is for Hindu antibiotic, this is for Christian antibiotic, this is for Muslim antibiotic. That works equally everyone. So similarly, the Shiva's knowledge, Shiva's wisdom is equally helpful to everyone in this human society. So whether we want to take or not, that's up to you. But the Shiva's knowledge, wisdom, the formula of life, the happiness is equally helpful to everyone in this world. And secondly, the Parvati Mata asks to the Shivaji, "Oh Shivaji, आप तो हर दिन अपने माथे पर त्रिपुंड लगाकर चलते हैं और शिवलिंग में भी वही रहता है. What's the reason of the tripunda? Tripunda, 3 lines in your forehead while you worshipping Shiva and Shivalingas." And Shiva mentions there, well Parvati, it is not only just for the decoration, it's not only for the fashion, it has a deep rooted meaning in it. So the first line consists with the Sattva, Raja, Tama. The Sattva Gun, Raja Gun and Tama Gun, the 3 Gun, the 3 qualities of life that represents. And also that shows the all consistence, all the Devi and Devata. So in first stage, all the sages, rishis. Second, and many goddesses. And third, and devotees and all the Rudra and Shiva Ganas and all the Chatushashti Yogini. That consists of all the 33 millions deities and god and goddesses. That's why whoever worships Shiva, you can see the Shivalinga, that's a Tripunda. And middle of the Tripunda, there's one. That means no matter whatever lines, whatever faith, whatever philosophy is spreading, but the origination is only one. That's one. Middle of the Tripunda, there's one point, Bindu. So that's why that's the Ajna Chakras. That's the Jnana Chakra, that's the third eye center, and that represents the pituitary gland, and that consists thousands and thousands, millions and millions memory power in our mind, in our head as well. That's why here the Shivaji explains to Parvati O the Parvati, Tripunda is the representation of the all God and Goddesses. And you are carrying in your forehead. What a wonderful, isn't it? So, and with the chandana, with the bhavut, with the kharani, ashes that you can make it. And it is saying that while you wearing the Tripunda and while you applying Tripunda and Rudraksha, the Shiva told that one thing. Those who wear Rudraksha and who apply the Tripunda, they not liable to eat any tamasi food. You know the tamasi food, isn't it? Yes. Tamasi food consists that alcohol, cigarettes, and meat, and garlic, onions, and all those whatever food that makes you sensationally hyperactive, that is not good for you. And anyone then can wear, anyone can get benefit, but if those people abstain from the tamasi food, they will maximize the benefit of Rudraksha. Anyone can wear just blindly, but if they use with devotion, with certain rules, they will maximize the benefit. And that's why it is saying that the Shiva always that prefer to be a vegetarian, to remain in a sattvic. That's a Rudraksha, wearing Rudraksha and sattvic. And in Monday, at least that you can start. And it's hard to be a vegetarian, those who are trying from your childhood time, you are having meat and your diet is meat and you are facing difficulties, isn't it? But it says like when you practice and practice and practice, you can do it. It's Bhagavad Gita chapter 2, it's saying that again, that Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena sangrihate. When you practice and practice and practice, definitely it can be happen. You can see that is the dharma. The Shiva says, follow your dharma. Dharma is not only Hindu, Christian, Muslim dharma, your humanity dharma, your human dharma, your soul dharma. So that's a follow. If you see that elephant from generation to generation, they are vegetarian. They're maintaining the earth, happiest animal of this earth. And they're always vegetarian. Look at this, what a wonderful, powerful thing. When you go to doctor's place, you might be advised that if you eat meat, then you will have power. You have anemia or something. But look at this, the elephant never have anemia, always eat grass, always fruits, always things. So that's why, if you see the another powerful things, the horse, always vegetarian. So you can see the horse children's, the elephant children's, they don't sit and go just to restaurant and to eat meat and chicken, because they always maintain the dharma. And if you see that the chicken, they make a alarm, isn't it, early in the morning? Yes. And no matter the chicken is in Europe or America or Australia, they always wake up 4 o'clock and they alarm. So they're always following the dharma. They don't say, I'm in Australia, I'm in Europe, or I cannot wake up because I'm lazy hen, lazy cock. It doesn't say. So that they are following dharmas. And you can see the sun is always rising every morning. Never mistake, never late. Look at this. Always it's coming, rising and setting. Moon, the universe, the air, everywhere they are following their dharma. Only the human being, they are finding very hard to follow the dharma. And they are gentlemen when they are in yoga, when they are in pravachan, when they are in the discourse, when they are in front of guru or satsang, they are very gentlemen. Oh, it's good, oh, nice, yes, and wise. But when they get chance, opportunity comes, then it starts, the same thing. That's the human being. Human mind is like a water from the mountain. It always wants to go down. So everywhere, when the opportunity comes, it goes down. When the opportunity comes, that goes down. So that's why in spirituality, the gravitation always goes down, but the spiritual powers always lift it up. Always lift it up. So that's the two different things. That's why always we need to follow the uplift bent of the spirituality. No matter you read Shivapuran or not, whatever granthas, that always inspiring you to elevate and to knowing ourselves, to remain happy in this earth, universe. How can we remain and how can we bring the togetherness in your action, word and thought? That's the main motto. We are speaking one thing, doing one thing and thinking one thing. And so many three directions, and that conflicts, that makes stress. and you will be in problems. That's the stress. How come stress comes? When your soul, mind and body is not together, that comes. The Sigmund Freud and many that mind psychiatrists people, they already research that. Why you have got stress? That you have got, if you have the desire increasing, but you cannot find the solution. If you have the lot of expectation, but you don't find the solution, then the stress increases. For example, you want to do something, but here you have to sit here quietly and calmly. Your body doesn't want to. Your body want to go outside and look around, have a look around. But you have to stay here. There's some conflict. That's why sometimes when you are listening, you have to do like this, or moving your legs, or stretching. That comes time to time. That means mind and body is not together. This is a simple example. But not only this one, everywhere, wherever you go, if your body and mind is not together, that comes situation. So that's why the yoga is the gateway to lead towards the ultimate balance, and your attentive focus between soul and the body is the yoga. Yoga has sthira sukham. When you have the easy place and then flexible, you can do yoga nicely. And nowadays that you can see that Shiva is the most yogi, and he's everywhere that he's preaching this dharma. And you can see in the world also the yoga is going to be popular. And United Nations also declared that the Yoga Day, June 21st. And we're going to celebrate around the world as well. And in India, you know that every Sunday, all the civil servants, they must need to do yoga. If they don't do, then there will be the violence or defendant opposing the rule of government rule. That's the things that just recently came here. And everywhere that you can see. And in gym, if you go gym, what about the gym? What about other exercise? Yes, you can do. But in other exercise, that doesn't bring your body, mind and soul together. If you go gym, you will have backpack, 6-pack, 3-pack, whatever pack you have got. And you have got ego, oh, look at this, I'm a bodybuilder, handsome man, look at this. So that increases your ego, not is down. You might be healthy, but ego. But in yoga, that's day to day, that's humble, politeness. Oh, no matter whether guru, saint, or the simple layman, you see equally. And rich, poor, a powerful person, it doesn't matter. You always see the equal way. So that's why it's a wonderful thing, yoga. And our yogi, supreme master is the Shiva. And Shiva is telling about Rudraksha. And Rudraksha, that it comes the subject that because we can try vegetarian, definitely. And the meat only needs, not for the body, that's only for 6 inches of our tongue. That we taste, oh my God, that's in plate, such a decorative meat. That's only the tongue that needs. Otherwise the body doesn't need. For body, the universe has given a lot of vitamins, fibers, calcium, proteins, so many vitamins from the variety of herbs, beans, nuts, milks, yogurts, so many things. So we can replace it and we can be pure. And in this short human life, why should we have to carry the bad karma with killing the animals and eating meat and receiving that negative karma? After that, millions and millions years we got this precious human life. So we want to clean up the bad karma of previous life. So don't want to take any negativity. That's why the Shiva is telling, wear Rudraksha, be vegetarian, try to be Samyak life, be yogi, and you will be pleasure. And you don't need to say that I'm a vegetarian, that's also ego. You just need to be calm and practice yourself. When you become a real yogi, you don't need to leave meat or any alcohol or anything. The meat, alcohol itself leave you and you will be free. So that's why just follow the Shiva's path, follow the divinity and understand who you are. That's the wonderful things. And Shiva emphasizes here, those person who is wearing Rudraksha, that they should be far away. They need to abstain from all this tamasi food and always remain themselves, that focus and consciously. That is here in this Bindeswari Samhitas and second last chapters. Jai Bole Shiv Bhagwan ki, Brahma Vishnu Maheshwar ki, जय बोलिए पार्वती माता की Hari Om. Now we heading towards the another section, that is the Rudra Samhita. And in Shivapuran there is among the 7 Samhitas, that as I mentioned yesterday there are 12 Samhitas before, but later on that came in a narrow side, this 7 Samhita. Among the 7 Samhita, Vindeswari Samhita, that talks about the origination, the creation of this universe, and also the creativity and how the elements came, the earth, sky, water, and the wind, everything, whatever established, and the creation of the Shiva, and creativity of the Brahma, Vishnu, all those it talks the Vindeswari Samhita. And from this Samhita, what can we learn in modern time? That what can we learn? The first thing is, when you have the Shiva consciousness, you can remove, you will be far from the debate. When there is the debate between Brahma and Vishnu, who is the bigger, the ego issue was there, but the Shiva, when the Shiva appears, the ego ceases. So cessation of the ego is the most important lesson from this Samhita. And the debate from the knowledgeous people, the Brahma and Vishnu, such an intellectual people, also sometimes fall in ego and start to debate. But you have the Shiva, if you have a consciousness, Shiva consciousness, you can seize the ego and you will be free and you will be yourself. So the great debate also, if you want a freedom, that you can see. And the other thing, you know that the Daksha Prajapati's stories and the Manu's stories, then everywhere there is, you can see that not only the creativity, if you are always that dedicated towards anything, you will get it. You will always get it. And as a human being, we are not only human. We looks like human in human form, but our thought sometimes animal. Sometimes we have got demon things. And that's why when the Shiva touches, when the Shiva consciousness, thought, wisdom comes in our mind, then our head will be changed, like the Daksha Prajapati's head, or like Ganesh's head. So we can learn those things. So sometimes you know that whatever in our mind comes, that we are able to do. That's why always that Shiva is helping us and meditating. And another thing, it talks the Samhita, Vindeswari Samhita teaches us that meditation, either meditation or medication. What would you like to choose? So no medication. Meditation is better. So meditation is panacea for everything. So for every sickness, disease, and everything, the clarity of mind, meditation is better. The Shiva ordered to Brahma and Vishnu to know themselves, to know the wisdom, to know the self-realization. Please meditate. And in meditation only the only pathways. So the Vindeswari Samhita teaches us to meditate. How many times we brush our teeth? 2 times? Yeah, sometimes 1, sometimes 2, is it? Sometimes if you don't do brush, what will happen? You feel very uncomfortable, isn't it? Eating, and you always feel that discomfort. And the minute you get chance, you will go and bathroom and that's brush. So we care that much to our teeth. So what about mind? And if your mind is not working, if mind is not sharp, then how can you do? So how can you perform your work, function your body properly? That's why meditation is important. This passage, we just don't listen only, just listen and today we listen and tomorrow forget. That's not the way of listening Shivapuran. Shivapuran already taught us be a yogi, to meditative yogi. And when you meditate, you will gaze that amazing benefit, and you see everywhere that the meditative benefit. That's why we always say, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, no time, restless person, and it's monkey mind. That's why it is saying in Hindi, जब तक जीवन रहेगी फुर्सत न होगी काम से, जब तक जीवन रहेगी फुर्सत न होगी काम से, एक समय ऐसा निकालो प्यार करो प्रभु राम से, प्यार करो प्रभु राम से. So until we went to the cemetery, we will not have time. Always busy. There's always something to do. But don't worry. Make your time for the devotion of the Rama, devotion of the Shiva. Always be ready, and that is your main time. We're not living now. So if you are living, when you're meditating, we are connecting your real nature. That is your living. Otherwise, you're not living. You're just wandering here and there unconsciously, and that is not actually the living of life. The Shiva is focusing, giving preference that make yoga meditation. If we are the devotee of the Shiva, let's follow the meditation from morning or evening regularly. This is the Shivapuran time. And if you have missing, if you don't have the schedule of your meditation, so you can make it. And this is the best time to create a spiritual diary. And you can count every day when we go work and everywhere. Then when you come back home, then we start to count our account, isn't it? How much we earn today, how much we make benefit, or if you are working in some business shop, that how much you sales today. We always calculate, we maintain account. What about your spiritual evolution? What about our spiritual benefit? Do we count every day what we learn today, what we practice today? Did we practice something to seize our ego? No. So that's why always maintain one spiritual diary every day and start meditation. Then you will be the real Shiva devotee. Otherwise, that we cannot be pure yogi, and we can learn from this Samhita, Vindeswari Samhita. Jai Boliye Shri Bhole Baba ki Jai. Now we remember the Narayana. Narayana is the who is dwelling with every human being's heart. Nara plus Ayana, that is the Narayana, everywhere, omnipresent. So we chant Narayana for a while, and then we'll go for the Rudra Samhita. Narayana, 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 Sriman Narayana, 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 Narayana. Jai Boli Narayan Bhagwan ki, Brahma Vishnu Mahesh ki. So this time we're going to enter towards the second Samhita, that is called Rudra Samhita. As you know that Rudra, the Shiva, Bholenath, he has got various names. Rudra, Mahadeva, Nilakantha, Sankara, Devadidev, Mahadev, Pasupatinath. So सहस्र नाम है श्री महादेव जी का. So उनके काम के अनुसार अलग अलग नाम है, उनके जो जिम्मेवारी के अनुसार अलग अलग नाम है. So Mahadev has got several names according to his actions, duties. When she is consuming the poison in his neck, then his name is Nilakantha. While he is protecting all the Devata, all the deities, God and Goddess, that time he is a divine God, the Devadidev Mahadev. And when he is protecting all the animals and all the creatures, he is a Pasupatinath, and he has got different roles. And according to his different roles, he has got various names. So that's why we call various with the various names to Shivaji, Mahadev. Now we come towards in this chapter, second chapter, Rudra Samhita. Narada is asking to Brahma. So you know who is the Narada? Whose son is Narada? Who can get a prize? Yes, good, Brahma. So many winners here. And so Narada is asking to Brahma. So Brahma, so please ask me, please tell me about how come that ego will go. The ego. So look at this again here. So the stages comes here, and in Rudra Samhita, that time that refers the Shiva and the Narada story here. In Narada story, how the Shiva and Vishnu helping to Narada to come in a normal stage. So that is the main motto. That means Shiva has got illusionary power. Sometimes we don't know what is happening, but Shiva has got the reason. And here also Narada also don't know what is happening, so, but Shiva will remind and bring him back in the right place. For example, if one patient goes to doctor's place and doctors wants to give him tablets and everything, But sometimes what about surgery? If he has to do surgery, without surgery he cannot survive. In the last minute, doctor need to do surgery, and no matter it will be painful, hurting, or even though sometimes it needed to remove your hands if there is cancerous fingers, and it need to remove to protect him. It's not because of hurting, but for protecting. In the same way here, Rudra Samhita, first things here, once Narada was told to do घोर तपस्या, शिव जी ने क्या कर दिया कि एक उनको संदेश दिया कि नारद आप तप करो, मेडिटेशन करो. Shiva always asks to anyone, everyone that they inspired to meditate. So that's why he told to Vishnu, to Brahma, and now Narada as well. So Shiva told, oh Narada, if you want to know the highly divine power, the ultimate truth of this universe, and want to free from the ego, illusion, and the anxiety, stress, please meditate. When this received this message from the Shiva, Narada went to meditate. And the meditate is not the simple meditation that Ghor Tapa, Aghor Tapa. Aghor Tapa means that no matter whatever situation happens, that sun, wind, rain, or any disturbances, you will not live, and you will attentively meditate without any obstruction. That's called the Aghor Tapa. And Narada wants to go to meditation, and according to the advice of the Shiva, and he starting chanting Om, 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 Akhanda Om, that continuously without any distraction and discontinuation he was chanting Oms and meditating over there. And while he was meditating, the sound of the Om, Om, vibrational sound that reaches towards the Swarga, you know, the heaven, in the heaven. And heaven there was Indra. Indra was there ruling his kingdom over there. And he just heard the Om sound from far away, who is meditating. Maybe some mysterious thing, somebody want to snatch the power of the Swarga, the heaven. And he wants to know who is meditating at this time. Maybe some mysterious things. You have heard that Indra always careful about the Swarga, about the heaven. And many demons also, they get the power from the Shivaji and they attack the heaven. That's why the heaven means like, what is our heaven in this time? Heaven, our spiritual goal, spiritual purity. Anytime, any demons things comes and attack us. That's why we need to be careful. It's like Indra in our mental heaven. So sometimes our demons comes as like a family members and they disturb, oh, don't do these things. They don't want to accept. Sometimes the office member, sometimes the society, and sometimes the government, sometimes your own mind comes as like a demon. And the same way, the Indra is the Indriya, the sensational organs, you can understand. Sensational organs always wants pleasure. And Indra हरदम क्या करते थे? स्वर्ग के लिए वो हरदम देखभाल करने के लिए बहुत दत्त चित्त है. तो इसीलिए उन्होंने जब नारद जी का आवाज सुना, ध्यान करते हुए आवाज, तो उस समय में उन्होंने क्या किया, आपने जो जासूस भेज दिया जानने के लिए. So Indra sent some spies to know that, to spy over there, who is meditating over there, and who wants to snatch this power of the heaven. And he sent, there was the Guptachar, his ambassadors. They found out that Narad is meditating. Oh my God, why is he meditating? Narad is already that Brahmachari. He is the Brahmachari and the son of the Brahma. Why he wants to meditate? Something must be, that mysterious things. Indra has got doubt there, and he sent to Kamadeva. You know the Kamadeva? Kamadeva is the, yes, god of love, sex and attachment. So the god of Kamadev. Kamadev क्या है कि जो काम के, रति के और मोह के देवता है. And he sent. He's sending means like he's sending something, attracting things to destroy his meditation. And the Kamadev went there, maybe because of Kamadeva, beautiful girls, women or surroundings, they created and they tested Narada to destroy his meditation. But Narada, he doesn't want to live. He doesn't want to attract it with any that material attractions or pleasures things. And the Kamadev tried from many angles, many times, but finally he tired, and he tired of, and he came back to the Indra's palace and asked and humbly request, oh the Indra, मेरे तो कुछ नहीं लगा, मैंने कितने बार ट्राई किया है कि नारद के ध्यान भंग करने के लिए, लेकिन नारद तो विचलित नहीं हुए, और मैं क्या करूं प्रभु? तो वो इंद्र को बताने लगे. And then slowly Indra told, well, you can try, and even you can try with the other people like Varun and wind and rain. He sent many devatas to destroy his meditation, and but Narada stayed there quietly. So that means meditation should be that attentively. That means if you concentrate external body, external things, then you will be always painful. And if you concentrate inside, that will not painful. But it's hard in practical life, isn't it? If your body and mind is there, don't worry, you always be yogi and meditative person. And the Narad was continuously meditating and surprising. And after a while, you know that when he finishes meditation and he wake up, but that was because of the Shiva's illusionary divine power. Narad went to lost, and he thought, oh, I defeated the Kamadeva, look at this, and I defeated all the obstacles and the attraction of this world. I am the powerful person, I am the winner of the Kamadeva. And before then, the Kamadeva can be defeated only from Mahadeva, Shiva. And at this time, Narad defeated, and then he has got pride. And he didn't have the wisdom, knowledge. He feels the pride. Oh, I defeated the Kamadeva. Like sometimes people said, oh, I meditate 2 hours, 3 hours, you know, that. So they declared themselves. And if they donation, they said, oh, I gave donation this much thousands and this much dollars I gave. So that means the ego. Paradosa nija dosa govinda radhe, paradosa nija dosa govinda dade, dono na dekho, dono buro kara de. So don't see others' fault and your merits. Others' faults and your merits both are harmful. If you see others' merits, others' fault, then increase your proudness. And if you count your benefits and good qualities, that is also harmful for you. So that's why it is saying that don't count your others' fault and don't count your prides. Be yourself. Like so many people are here better than you. Don't feel that you are better. इसीलिए कहीं किसी को दान भी दिया कि मैंने इतना दिया उतना दिया, कभी नहीं बोलना. दान से, दूसरे को दोष देखने से, अपना बड़प्पन से क्या होता है कि अपना शक्ति गिर जाता है. इसीलिए परदेश निज दोष गोविंद राधे, दोनों न देखो दोनों पतन करा दे. परदोष निज दोष गोविंद राधे, परदोष निज दोष गोविंद राधे, दोनों न देखो दोनों पतन करा दे, दोनों न देखो दोनों पतन करा दे. It's a Gita. So that's why it is saying that what a beautiful verses in our scripture. We need to understand that what a beautiful nature, wisdom in it. When you follow, then we can really find the paradise in this earth. We don't need to die for the paradise. We can enjoy heaven here, heavenly pleasure here. So, and with the material pleasure, you will have the heavenly pleasure. So that's why it is saying, don't count others' faults. Sometimes we always spend time for gossiping, you know. Oh, this is silly guy, or this is not the ugly, doesn't know how to wear clothes. Or look at this, the guy, he's not grooming properly, or not eating properly. Look at this, full of plate of rice, eating and not munching properly. We always spend time that for other people. That what about that time you can utilize for your own development is better. So in the same way here, that Narada has got proud that, oh my God, I defeated the Kamadeva, मैंने कामदेव को हरा दिया, अब मैंने मेरा विजय हो गया, मैंने इतने जीत गया कि कामदेव भी गिर गए और वायु और पानी बरसात सारे मैंने जीत लिया, मैं तो शिव जी से भी बड़ा हो गया, अब मैं संसार में विष्णु और शिव की तरह शक्तिशाली हो गया, मेरे को ये खबर सबको सुनाना है. तो he started to tell that, oh the God, I'm the powerful, it's like equal to Shiva, equal to Narayana. and equal to Brahma because I am defeated. I defeated the Kamadeva. The Kamadeva cannot harm me anymore. Then he has a proudness, and he want to tell those things everywhere. And even he went to tell this good news to Kailas. So who is in Kailas? Shiva. Yes. And शिव जी को बताने के लिए नारद जी कैलाश चले गए, ये मैंने ऐसा कर लिया. So he went to Kailas and tell to Mahadeva, oh Mahadev, you know that one news? That's good news. And Mahadeva smiled. What is that news, beta? Well, I defeated the Kamadeva. Now equal to you. मैं आपके जैसा सर्वशक्तिमान हो गया. मैंने कामदेव को हरा दिया. ध्यान करते करते look at this. So Mahadeva smiled and look at this proudly. The silly man, look at this. Sometimes you know that intellectual people also they lost and they don't know what to do. That's why somebody need to remind it, awaken it. So that's why Mahadev ने बोला कि नारद आपने जो बोला है मेरे को तो बोला लेकिन और किसी को नहीं बताना है बात, क्योंकि अपने आप को बड़ाई करना अच्छा नहीं होता है. Mahadev ने नारद को बताया. Mahadev told to the Narada, oh Narad, it's good, but don't tell to anyone. It's not good telling yourself and preaching yourself that you are great. It doesn't suit you. You are like a sage, great sage. And don't tell to anyone. Even Vishnu, not to tell to anyone. Then Shivaji told that. You know that always the parents want to protect. Even though child goes to wrong path, he doesn't give instantly punishment. He wants to correct in many ways. But Narad thought, well, Shiva told that, but I should tell these things, isn't it? That many people need to know these things. Otherwise, how come people will know I'm great? Mahadev ji ने तो बता दिया, लेकिन मैं कैसा दूसरे को आगे मैं बड़े दिखाऊं, बड़प्पन दिखाऊं कि मैंने कामदेव जी को हरा दिया. तो इसीलिए उसने क्या किया कि बाहर आ गया और वो विष्णु के पास में चले गए बताने के लिए. Shiva told not to go anywhere and particularly in Vishnu's place. Please don't share these things. These are not suitable things. So we can know from this story that if you tell your things that I'm a great person, I'm doing this means I have donation, I've got this 10 years devotee of my Vishnu Guruji or 20 years experience and I read this Bhagavad Gita, I'm this intellectual person, I'm Acharya, I'm Guru, I'm Saint. That means don't listen that. Ego came first. Thus if somebody inspired you, admired you, oh such a great person you are, and you started from there, okay you can listen. And you say, oh look at this, do you know me? I'm the great person. I did master's PhD and I am knowing person, knowledgeable person, I did this research and this, I know. That means, that doesn't give you pleasings. That's first, that comes in negative energy. इसीलिए किसी को भी पहले आपने बात, आप जितने भी बड़े हो, किसी को आप क्या है तो नहीं बनाना है ना. तो इसीलिए बोलते हैं जितने बड़े इंसान उतने कम अभिमान, जितने बड़े इंसान उतने कम अभिमान. समुद्र लांघन करने के बाद में भी श्री राम शरण में हनुमान. समुद्र लांघन करने के बाद में भी श्री राम शरण में हनुमान. That means no matter the people however big, the great person have got less ego. The great people less ego. For example, Hanuman crossed the ocean, but still come back to the lotus feet of Rama. He never proud, oh I am the great Ram, you did not cross the ocean, but I crossed the ocean, look at this. He never told that. So that's why जितने बड़े इंसान उतने कम अभिमान. समुद्र लांघन करने के बाद में भी राम चरण में हनुमान. So that's why we need to see the Hanuman without abhiman. So the great person, no jealousy and ego and prideness. But here Narada, he doesn't want to stop, he want to tell. Narada is talkative. So he went to the Vishnu's place finally and he want to say to Narada, want to say to Vishnu, oh Vishnu, do you know that? What good news with me? The Shiva told not to tell anyone, but anyway I'll tell you. Yeah. So he wants to tell to Vishnu and Vishnu said that he smiled that they knows everything. And he smiled and told, what happened? What's the good news, Narada? And please have a seat here. And Narada have got illusion. Well, I have got a great power. That's why Vishnu bring me and he asked me to sit in my asana, in my stage, in my seat. And he has got illusion. And in Hindi there is one proverb. तो लाख के भूत बात से नहीं मानता है ना। तो नारद जी को भी क्या है, विष्णु ने समझाया, शिव जी ने समझाया, किसी के नहीं बोलो, और इतने ऋषि होकर महात्मा होकर भी अपने अपने को बखान नहीं करो, लेकिन वो बखान करते चले। तो विष्णु भगवान के मन में वही आया, ये तो लाख के भूत बात से नहीं मानेगा, लाख के भूत बात के नहीं आनेगा। इन हिंदी प्रोवर्ब दैट द पर्सन, द घोस्ट, he need to be kicked by your leg, not with a word. He cannot be corrected with only word and politely humble request. He need to be slammed and he comes in the right track. So that's the things. In Narada also the Vishnu smiled and oh, the Narada, that's okay then. So so then you defeated Kamadeva, and he proudly said, yes Vishnu, I defeated the Kamadeva, then I am now greater and equal to the Mahadeva. And he proudly tell that. Well, that's okay then. So this is good to news. And he smiled, and that's it. He said blessings, and Vishnu just smiled. And Narada, that he went down, Narayana, 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 I'm great Narayana, I'm great Narada, I'm great Narada, I'm great Narada. So he always tell, and then went back everywhere. And later on, the Narada, Vishnu and Shiva's Leela is amazing. And when he was going, he is passing down, he went down to the earth, and Vishnu created one beautiful, beautiful, wonderful city, just make to illusion to Narada. And while he was going, the Narada saw, oh, what an amazing, beautiful town over there. Let's go and have a look there, what is there. तो जब वो नारद जी जा रहे थे, तो विष्णु जी ने क्या किया, एक सुंदर नगर बैठा दिया। वो नगर में राजकुमारी थी, और राजा शिलनिधि ने वो राजकुमारी को स्वयंवर के लिए तैयारी कर रहे थे, और उसके लिए वर ढूंढ रहे थे। चारों दिशाओं से राजा आ रहे थे, और वो नारद जी भी उसमें सहभागी होना चाहते थे, क्योंकि वो सुंदरी बहुत अच्छी थी। While the Narada was going down, then Vishnu set up a beautiful town. The town, the king was Shilanidhi, just imaginary person. The king is Shilanidhi, and he has got a beautiful princess daughter, and she is heavenly beauty, and she is so cute. And the Narada could not stop his temptation, and he thought, oh my God, such a beautiful lady that maybe I should marry that. So that kept in his mind. And the dwelling, that sometimes it's dwelling, you know that when you're doing something, there's two minds comes, whether I do it or not, isn't it? So in the same way, the Narada also, that wondering, confusion, oh, what I do, whether I should marry or not, then he's the ego, because of the illusionary power of the divine Mahadeva, in his mind he lost games. Oh no, I should marry. The Vishnu have got wife, the Shiva have got wife, why not me? Why should I have to maintain celibacy? Let's try. Then he went to the town, and when he went to the town, the Shilanidhi's kingdom, then he saw beautiful princess, and he went inside, Narayana, 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 and the armed guards, the gatekeeper told to the Shilanidhi, oh, there is one saint, one Narad came to our kingdom. Jai Boliye Narayan Bhagwan ki Jai. And the kingdom there, the Narada knows that, oh, the Shilanidhi invited him inside, and what's the purpose of your coming? This is our great pleasure, like you saint came in our home. And in the middle of time, the princess also came there, and he just looked around, oh my God, such beautiful, how can I tell that I'm coming here proposing to her? So, and he was in confusion. But you know that if you want to something willpower, that cannot stop. In the same way, a good way or bad way, that need to come out. And Narad finally went close, but still hesitating to deliberate his things. And Narad was there, and the Shilanidhi king told that, do you need palm, Narad? He asked. And he tell, if I hesitate, if I say no, I cannot tell something about the lady. So he thought, well, yes, I know, I read palm, yes, he told. And he said, oh, can you read my daughter's palm, please? And of course, yes, well, that's my pleasure, oh, great. And then the princess came, and then he read the palm. And Shilanidhi Raja ने बोला कि मेरे बेटी को हाथ देखोगे? हाँ देखता हूँ महाराज। तो देखो मेरे पुत्री को हाथ में क्या लिखा है, कैसा हस्बैंड मिलेगा, और क्या होगा इसका जीवन, घर बार, बच्चे पोते क्या होंगे। तो उन्होंने पूछा, और नारद खुश होके उसको हाथ पकड़ के बोलने लगे। So that means like Narada is happy, and then he started to read palm. It just says obviously he knows something. And he told that, oh my God, she had got amazing fate and destiny, because she going to marry a person which is equal to Mahadeva and Vishnu, very powerful person. And he is the wonderful person, he can defeat Kamadeva, that sort of husband she will have. And she will have a beautiful pleasure life. And this is, I can tell from this reading, he told. And then the Silanidhi Raja told, well, that's the good news to hear, because we're going to arrange a Swayamvar. You know the Swayamvar? Swayamvar is the holy ceremony where unmarried girl can choose herself her husbands. Not any forcefully, not arranged marriage. That hundreds of boys comes, and among hundreds of boys with the garland, the lady goes, and whoever very handsome and that good person, he garland and choose. And after that, the marriage ceremony held. That called Swayam Bara. Swayam met herself. Bara is choosing. तो क्या है कि नारद मुनि ने हाथ देख दिया कि ये लड़की तो बहुत ब्रह्मा विष्णु के तरह बहुत शक्तिशाली लोग के साथ में शादी करेगी और इसका अच्छे होगा और मैं जैसा ही इसको पति मिलेगा, ऐसा बोल दिया हाथ देखिए नारद जी ने। तो नारद जी ने ऐसा बोलने के बाद में उसने क्या किया, चलो ठीक है स्वयंवर में आ जाओ आप, अगर ये लड़की आपको छानेगी तो बहुत अच्छा होगा, और ऐसा बोल दिया नारद जी को। So Narad told that the prediction with the palm reading, he told she's going to marry with a good person, equal powerful with Shiva and Vishnu. And the Silanidhi king told, are you also interested? And he said, oh yes please, yeah, I'm also interested, yeah. So then come to the Swayamvara. He thought like instantly he will get married, he will get chance. But there was a Swayamvar organizing. Swayamvar means like they have invited many heroes there, kings and then many kings from the various states. And Narad thought like, well, I am the sadhu with this bina, and all heroes, handsome persons, guys will stand there. How come the princess will choose me? So that will little bit bad luck for me. I thought instantly she is going to marry me. So I have to seek some idea. And he's thinking to, then I have to seek some help with Vishnu. Let's go to Vishnu and ask that whether he can help me. If he change my appearance in a handsome guy, then definitely I can able to marry the princess. And he changed. मति मर गया उसका, मति भ्रष्ट हो गया, साधु होकर भी संत होकर भी लड़की के प्रेम में वो फंस गया और वो क्या करने लगा कि ये लड़की के स्वयंवर में सबसे अच्छे हैंडसम होकर जाऊंगा, इसलिए विष्णु के पास में गया और विष्णु ने भी बोला कि तेरा हित होने का काम करूंगा, तो जो भी तेरा हित होगा उसके लिए मैं काम कर दूंगा. So when he went to the Vishnu's place and Vishnu asked, well Narad, why you came here again? Narad said, okay Vishnu, I have to say something. So what would you like to say? Just before you said you are the Kamadeva, you defeated Kama, you defeated the sex, attachment, Maya and love, you all defeated. And what would you like to say? Anything more good news that you win, you defeated? No, just want to say something. What is that? I want to marry. Marry? Saint Narad, you want to marry? Yes, I want to marry. So, and Vishnu said that, well, if you want to marry, then go and marry. What do you want from me? What you are wondering here? And Vishnu said that, well, so you know that I'm not handsome enough. Can I borrow your handsomeness just for a swayamvar? And he's asking that. So, and Vishnu said, well, then I cannot say no, but I'll do whatever suitable you, whatever best to you. So Vishnu always wants to do, you know that if children ask to lighter, will you give the lighter? Even though you love children, but either you give the fake lighter or you will divert him, or you can divert his mind with chocolates, ice cream or something, isn't it? So in the same way, the Vishnu also tell, well, I'll do whatever suits you. Okay, don't worry. And instantly, later on, he changed his body as like a Vishnu. Beautiful person's body, except face. So, and he gave the handsomeness, feet, everywhere. And Narad became so happy. Oh my God, look at this. Handsome person. That's good and amazing. But he doesn't, at that time, he didn't have the mirror and not dressing table. So he looked at everywhere, and but that time the Vishnu made the face is monkey face. So the face was monkey, he doesn't know, he wasn't aware of that, but body was handsome guy. So he's so proud, man, oh look at this handsome, I can go and choose that lady and the princess will garland me and then I'll marry, I'll have the set up the house and I'll have a happy pleasure life. तो नारद जब विष्णु जी ने क्या कर दिया कि बंदर का मुख बना के पूरा शरीर हैंडसम बना दिया, तो नारद क्या हो गया, खुद से गदगद होकर वो सिलनीरी के दरबार में चले गए कि उसके पता नहीं था, उसने आईना नहीं देखा, मिरर नहीं देखा, बंदर का मुंह नहीं देखा, तो वो स्वयंवर में बैठ रहा था, सब लोग उसको ताक रहे थे और ताकते ताकते क्या हो गया कि सब वो लड़की आई, उसने तो गले को मारा, दूसरे को पहनाई, नारद बहुत गुस्सा में आ गया. So when he became handsome, then he directly went to the Siliniri's palace and he just move his sleeves up and then stand in front of all the kings, and he thought like no matter, he has got confidence that the princess will come and then garland her and choose, and he will be the, for sure he will be the groom and the princess will be the bride that day, and he has a confidence. And then the sages stand there, but everyone is mocking around him. Oh my God, look at this. He is also here. Oh my God, he is here. But he don't know his face is monkey. And there, that was a lila. That's why we don't know that. Don't that misinterpret anything. That if you don't know anything, the lesson is that if you know anyone, so don't misinterpret anyone. So Narad was standing there. And that was the illusionary town, illusionary that characters, and Vishnu himself disguised as a handsome guy and stand there. And the lady look around, the princess come around, have a look around, that town goes everywhere, but she did not find the suitable husband. And Narad was there, his turn comes, and Narad just said here, and this is my time, oh I'm going to marry this lady. He was so happy. But finally the ladies turned the other point. And she went and she saw a Vishnu, disguised Vishnu, a handsome guy, most handsome guy, and garland to Vishnu. And Vishnu took her to Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha mein lekar chale gaye Vishnu ne, to wo ladki ko. And Narad became upset. Oh my God, look at this. Vishnu did a trick for me. I am the devotee of his, but he tricked me. That's not fair. I have to tell something. I have to go to tell something. I have to take revenge to him here and there. But in the meantime, that was the Leela of Shiva, and Shiva was sending a Shiva Gana, two Shiva Ganas, two armed guard of the Shiva, and they reminded, oh Narad, why you are wondering? And Narad said, don't you know that Vishnu made me, Vishnu tricked me? Look at this, the lady did not garland me, did not choose me. And the two guys saw the mirror. Look at this mirror, your face is monkey. How come she can choose? And there was, that has been told by Shiva. And he became so angry and he started to curse the two guys. Well, two guys, that you saw me, that monkey face, now you curse you, I curse you. You should be born as like a demon. Even though you are a Brahmin, you should born in a demon, and your forms looks like a demon, and you can be a Rakshas. This is my curse for you. Both they receive curse and they don't know what to do. The Shiva sent them, and the Narad cursed, and the curse is they need to face that curse. It's not like a Kali Yuga curse now. We that curse anyone, that cannot be happened. So जब नारद को शिवगण ने ऐना दिखा दिया और नारद बहुत गुस्से में आकर उनको साफ दिया कि आपको राक्षस होना पड़े और राक्षस होकर रहना पड़े, तो उसने बता दिया. तो उसके बाद में नारद चले गए विष्णु के पास में बदला लेने के लिए, और वो शिवगण थे, उसको राक्षस होने की वजह से उसको कुंभकर्ण और रावण बनना पड़ा वही नारद के श्राप से. तो आफ्टर दैट you know that who those the Shivagana? They are the Ravana and Kumbhakarna, the two demons. They became, because of the Narada curse, they had to become, they were the Shivagana. Even though Ravana and Kumbhakarna, they are the devotee of the Shiva, isn't it? Yes, the great devotee. But because of the curse of Narada, they has to face the life of the evil demon. So they went down. And Narada went to the Vishnu's place and wants to tell something. And he was lost in anger. He even forget that his guru is Vishnu. And he started to curse the Vishnu. Oh Vishnu, that you did this. You made my face monkey. Even though I appeal you, give me your handsome. I want to borrow, I want to marry. So what's my fault? You gave me this bandar mukh, that's a monkey face. So you must deserve curse. Then I curse you that one day you need to separate, and whatever grief I have got now because of woman, you should face the same grief because of your wife and woman. One day you will separate it and you will have the same pain. I curse you. And Narada cursed to the Vishnu. Look at this. What are things that, terrible things. Even the great saint, he lost in anger. Lost. So that's why when you are angry, you become a demon. So that's why better. It is saying that how can we avoid the anger? In the mind psychology, it is saying that all human beings, they fall in anger, except the spiritual people. Spiritual. तो कैसा हम ये रिश्त से, गुस्सा से बाहर आ सकते हैं? क्योंकि जब नारद गुस्सा में आ गया तो भगवान विष्णु को भी श्राप दे दिया, शिवगण को भी श्राप दे दिया कि विष्णु आप भी अपने पत्नी को वियोग में रहना पड़े एक रोज, जैसा औरत के वजह से मैं अभी दुखी है, आप भी दुखी होना पड़े, ऐसा श्राप दे दिया विष्णु भगवान। So when Vishnu received, but he did not react, he just smiled. That's the identity of great people. If you curse, if anyone heard bad word, abusing word, even somebody can smile, that's the great people. If dog bite, and if he also goes and bite, no, he's not the great people. So that's why the symbol, the indication of dharma is that no matter whatever situation comes, that he deals consciously, that not lost or anger. Ahimsa satyamasteya brahmacharya kshamadhriti dayarjavami tahara saucham chaivayama dasa. So that means what are the 10 commandments of the yoga? Yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, dharana, dhyana, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. Yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi. That's the 10, isn't it? That's the steps of the yoga. So in Yama also there is a 10 commandments that is equal to the Bible. In Christianity also the 10 commandments you can see, and that's Jain also and Sikh also, that's the rules. So how can we control our ego, our anger? There is one formula that has been researched and we can practice it. How can we practice? When the anger comes, ego comes, don't be lost and go after the ego. Just observe your body. When you are angry, what happens? Your body will start to say, your sound will go louder, your face convert into redness. Just observe it yourself. Oh my God, look at this symptom of anger. When you angrily you observe, that will disappear. And you can deal the situation with cautiously. That's the solution of anger. It has been proved and experimenting in many places, and many psychiatric that research also shows that any angers, anything, if you have a habit, short temper in small things, that will lead you more anger. And if you have that observation habit, then slowly you have the habit. Even somebody said something bad, you smile, but you will deal the situation. It doesn't mean like if you slap and you smile and go away. No. So you will smile, but you will tackle the situation cautiously. So that's the महापुरुष स्वभाव. महापुरुषस्य स्वभाव क्या है कि कोई गाली देगा, श्राप देगा, वो हंसते हंसते स्वीकारेगा और वो हंसते हंसते उस सिचुएशन को डील करेगा. ऐसे करके नारद को जब श्राप पड़ा था, विष्णु भगवान हंस गया. उसने कोई गाली नहीं दिया, गलत नहीं किया, अपना स्वभाव दिखाया. So I'd like to add one more story here. There was a great saint in India, and he went to traveling in one place. And he saw there is one, that's what you call the cockroach. Is like a insect in the water. Yeah. And that insect was in the water. The insect is very poisonous. And that was struggling to life. And Swamiji shows that insect is struggling to live. And he just give his hand. And instead of coming in his hand, the insect bite the Swamiji's hand. then Swamiji again, that he take out hand and again give it the hand. And please come, I'll rescue it. But the insect again bite. And his devotee disciple said, oh Swamiji, no. Please don't put your hand. That is poisonous insect. So please remove your hand. And then what happened is the Swamiji told, well, he is not stopping his poisonous behavior. I should not stop my good behavior. In the same way, if somebody is giving you the bad behavior, that's his nature. He's not stopping, he's not changing. So why should you have to change yourself from good behavior to bad behavior? In the same way, the Mahapurusas से विशेषता यही है कि कोई भी बुरे काम करे तो बुरे काम हम क्यों ले, तो हम भी अच्छे काम के वजह से उसको डील करें. तो विष्णु भगवान ने भी हंसते हंसते नारद का श्राप ले लिया. चलो विष्णु, ये तो शिव जी का माया जाल है, मैं आपके श्राप ले लूंगा. तो आप अब जाके शिवलिंग के दर्शन करना और शिव जी का दर्शन करना, आशीर्वाद लेना, वहीं से आपको सारा समस्या समाधान होगा. तो that means when the Vishnu smiled and Vishnu says, well Vishnu, you cause, that's the Maya of Shiva. Whatever happens, that's for a good reason. You curse me that I have to separate with my wife, that might be the reason. And that might be the reason that Shiva is creating that illusionary things, so I have to obey this. That's okay, I can accept it. So from this point we can understand, we can get the moral lessons in this Mahapuran that whatever the situation comes, don't judge. Everything, each and every events of this universe has got the reason. And don't be crazy and just yell and use amazing words. That's what is something good. You know that in Twin Tower? That in Twin Tower, September 11 in America, when it blast and attacked by terrorists, that many Indian, they were not in accident. You know why? That accident happened around 9 o'clock. And the Indian normally very late to go his office. So 9 o'clock and the accident happened, they come back. They're safe. Sometimes it's good. So whatever happens, it's good. And you know that in that, you know, that Titanic ship, the Titanic ship, big ship, that sink, and that drowned, many people died. But one farmer bought a ticket for Titanic to go in the ocean voyage. And just 1 day earlier, 1 day before, what happened is a street dog bite his son's leg. And he has to go doctor. He spent a lot of money for the ticket. He's supposed to leave tomorrow for the pleasure holiday with his family after his hard working money. But unfortunately, he has to go hospital. And he yelled and he cursed to the God. Oh God, what, look at this, I spent a lot of money, my hardly earned money, and today this situation happened, I cannot go. And then what happened is, he even that did the bad behavior to wife and then son, and why he has to go, and the doctor said no, you can't leave, because that time they need to rabies, they need to diagnose for 15 days. They need to see whether the dog is mad or not. If the dog died or that doesn't die, they need to diagnose on that way. And he has to wait, and the ship left, and after 3 days he read the news that Titanic sank and many people died. And that time he thanks to the dog. Oh dogs, thank you very much that you bite my son and you saved my life. Oh the God, we don't know your act. Oh thank you, we save our life. Look at this, the same thing happens. That's why in your life also, if you left your plane, or if you stuck in traffic jam, or anything happened, don't worry, there must be some good reason. You might forget to chant some mantra, so in traffic jam it's giving chance to repeat that. Maybe you are avoiding accident, maybe something good news is happening there. So that's why everything happens in this universe for a good reason. तो इसीलिए संसार में जो भी होता है अच्छे के लिए होता है. तो इसलिए विष्णु भगवान ने भी क्या किया कि ये शिव भगवान का लीला है, इसलिए नारद आपने श्राप दे दिया. कोई बात नहीं, मैं श्राप को हंसते हंसते ले लूंगा, इसका भी कुछ रीजन है, आपका कोई दोष नहीं है, ये तो माया का खेल है. तो इसीलिए महापुरुष का क्या है कि स्वभाव उन्होंने दिखाया. And then Narad, according to the Vishnu's advice, Narad went down to the Shivaloka and he made the parikrama of Shivalingas, many Shivalingas. And he came in a, you know that, he came in a after the parikrama, he came in a normal position. Oh my God, I crossed to Narad, I crossed to the Vishnu, which is not supposed to do this one. I'm silly that I lost, this is my anger, what happened to me? I don't know actually. And Narad went to the Vishnu Bhagavan and Vishnu, oh, sorry, please forgive me. And what can I do that I curse you? Narad realized that time. And Narad when realized, the Vishnu says, don't worry that you had to do this one. That's why you are not the doer. You are just a doer. But the person is instructing somebody else. That's why in our life also, whatever happened, just surrender to God. Not only in your pleasure time. Whatever you are here, that's also He's sending you. If you get something good, just thanks. He arranged this situation. That's why in our life, when we are happy, we forget to God and Guru. And when we are sad, we start to curse. Oh, the silly Guru, oh, silly God. Look at this, our neighbor have got big house. He has got handsome husband or good property. I don't have anything. We start to blame. So that means like, don't blame any situations. So accept it happily. That's the Shivapuran's motto. And it says that, but still you have to do. It doesn't mean you have to rely all the time with God. God will guide, but you need to start. You need to start the word, God will complete the sentence. So without you starting words, then God will not give you the complete sentence. That's why start the beautiful words, beautiful creation, beautiful journey, He will liable to complete. If you are starting first step of this spiritual journey with the grace of God and Guru, and the Sadguru will complete you, will help you, the God will complete you. So that's why whatever situation comes, accept it happily. And करने कराने वाला तो वही है, तो इसीलिए आप एक समझना चाहिए जो काम अभी आप कर रहे हैं कि आपके वजह से नहीं, उसके वजह से हो रहा है. So everything is predetermined in this life. So whatever you, when you supposed to come here, when you have to fly, when you going to die, when you have married, when it will have a new situation, everything is predetermined. That's why there is a karma. There is a four types of karma: sanchita karma, prarabdha karma, kriyamana karma, agamana karma. There's four types of karma. So sanchita karmas, whatever you did in the past, that we must face. And that prarabdha karma, whatever you're doing, then you have to face right now. And kriyamana karma, karma from the act, and agama karma, karma from your thought. Don't worry that whatever you are thinking now, the karma is building some situation that you're going to face. That's why if you feel something, that comes as an action. That converted into action. Jai Boliye Narayan Bhagwan ki. So after that, when Narada went to the Vishnu Bhagwan's place, and Vishnu suggests that you have to go back to the Shiva, and after going to Shiva Linga, he has got the beautiful things, and he come back to the normal place and came to realize with the Vishnu Bhagwan, and Vishnu tried to convince him, and finally what happened, you know, he went to the Shiva Loka again, and on the middle of the path, he encountered with the two guys. He cursed that they should be remain as a demon. And they requested, oh the Narada, you cursed us, that's okay. We accept it, that meant to be happen. They are convincing themselves, they don't blame. And Narada became shameless. Oh my God, I cursed you. You supposed to be so arrogant to me. But you are saying that it's alright. So what a great people you are. So what a wonderful thoughts you have. You are the real person. So then now I cannot withdraw my curse. But I can guarantee that you are the popular Shiva devotee. And you can born from the great sages family. So he blessed them. And then the two Shiva Ganas went down to follow the course as a Ravana and Kumbhakarna. नारद के श्राप मोक्ष करने के लिए, और दोनों शिवगण रावण बन गए एक, और दूसरा क्या बन गया कि कुंभकर्ण बन गए. So both they went to pass the curse to the demon life. So that's why Kumbhakarna and Ravana is the great devotee of Shiva. And Shiva is God, common God. He's not the God of only God and Goddess and deity, Devata only. He is the god of Rakshasa demons also. He treated equally, but he always followed the justice, dharma. So, and the Narada went to the Shiva, oh Shiva, I didn't know your lila. Thank you. You told me that don't tell to anyone. Now look at this my situation. So you already advised me that it's not to it's not good to tell myself my pride to other people. But I did, that's my mistake. And he realized that, and after that Narada came to track. And Shivaji blessed him, Narada, don't worry, that was Leela. That's supposed to do. That happens to every human being, every saint. So that's why you have sometimes listen some news as well. But after that stage, they faces some karmas and then came to interact. And that is the moral story for all of us spiritual seekers, devotees, that we might be lost anytime. We might be attracted with the material pleasures. But just always that remember, this is the material attraction. So when your mind instantly can correct, that is the Shiva Tattva. When your mind goes to some negative thoughts, that's the negative Tattva. And instantly correct. When you practice every day, that's the good things. Like for example, for you, if you urge to smoke, then you are sitting, oh my God, what happened if we go just, that's one time I smoke and come back. That maybe, and instantly you record, oh no, that's my desire only. That's my addiction desire, I need to correct. Then you come in a track. Again, you need to do everything in cautiously. Every actions of your life, don't enjoy it, just be witness. That's the motto of all the Puranas, Bibles, and also Tripitak, and also the Veda stated already. Tad tomasi, apne aap ko swarup ko jaan lo. जब आपने आप को स्वरूप को जान लोगे, तब नारद के जैसा आपको लस्ट में, एंगर में आना नहीं पड़ेगा. जय बोले नारायण भगवान को जय जय. So now we have got one bhajan and then we can probably finish this session. So everyone, you can clap and you can re-energize yourself, and in the name of Shiva, more time you chant the Shiva, the energy, the vibration, it can help to open your energy center, and with the grace of God and Guru, you can open your pituitary gland, all the energy centers, and we can enjoy the heavenly pleasure from this retreat. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Bole Bole Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Bole Bole Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hari Om Shivaya, Hari Om.